Hey everyone, welcome to BrickVault. My name's Jack. Today we are taking a look at a LEGO Ninjago minifigure collection. This is every Kai minifigure ever made. So in this Kai collection, there are 23 minifigs in total, and we're going to be going through this collection just like the rest of them. Chronologically, we're going to tell you what sets they came out in and how much they are worth. So let's just check out the first guy right here. He came out back in 2011, part of the Spinjitzu line, and was released, I think, in 4 different sets, one being the Blacksmith Shop, and also Garmadon's Fortress. There was a couple other releases though, and what makes this guy distinct is sort of his simplified printing on the front, at least compared to what he looks like later, and the cowl piece used for his mask is part of what the old Ninja line used, but I believe this was the first time it was actually molded in red. Here is a close-up of Kai's distinctive scowl expression with that scar that goes across his face, and this expression pretty much doesn't change until very, very recently in terms of the history of the figure. This guy was relatively commonly released, so he is around $4, even though he is the very first original version. And then the second version of this guy, this is Kai DX, or the Dragon Suit Kai, and he is among the most rare of any of the Ninjago figures out there. He first appeared in the Fire Temple set, but came out in a couple others. They are all relatively big sets though, and the detailing on his body is awesome. It's very similar to what the rest of the dragon figures looked like, but because this is Kai, his dragon is actually breathing a little bit of fire. That is specific just to this guy. If you want to get him in new condition, he is around $11. And then in the year 2012, we get 4 new Kais. A lot of them are pretty different. Let's check out the standard guy first. This is Kai in his ZX armor. Personally, I think this armor looks pretty darn good. There's a simple bit of printing that goes along to the legs to show the wrapping of his ninja robes, but I especially like that they have the dark blue arms and some printing on the top that kind of shows some extra armor. This is also when the mold for the cowl changes. He's got some of that gold on the top, which matches very well, I think, with this color combo. And anyways, this guy came out in 3 sets, one of them being Kai's Blade Cycle. He is $5. And then there's a nearly identical version of this guy who came out in the Rattlecopter, and the difference only is this gigantic sort of jetpack that is mounted to his back, or the Rattlecopter piece that's mounted to his back. It's entirely brick built, and if you were to buy this guy with the entire build on his back, he's around $11, but I assume without any of his accessories, he is $5 just like the previous guy. Now here's where the specialty figures kind of come in. Also in this year, there is Kendo Kai. The detailing for his body is the same actually as the original Kai fig. He doesn't have this ZX detailing, but it doesn't really matter. Most people liked to get this fig because of the special Kendo armor that he comes with. He appeared in the Snake Battle set plus a training set. That extra armor makes him worth $8. And then the last figure from 2012 is a very special figure. This is NRG Kai. He came out in the Weapon Pack set, and well, you can see the differences in his detailing. There's sort of an exploding symbol sort of coming out of his chest, and because his element is fire, it almost looks like this guy's kind of on fire, like it's actually burning through his clothes or something. Very cool fig, very unique, and relatively uncommon. He is $10, and let's jump up to 2013 where there was just 1 new Kai figure produced, and this is Kimono Guy. He came out in the set Kai's Fire Mech, and his main differences are of course the unique detailing for both the legs and the body. This was never repeated in any other case, and most people agree that this version of the printing for not just Kai but all the characters is actually pretty good looking. He is $4, and then 2014 also just gave us 1 new version of the character. This is Kai Rebooted. He appeared in the Kai Fighter set as well as X1 Ninja Charger, and because the body detailing for this character is repeated with different accessories a bunch, the parts that make him up are very common. He is just $3. And then 2015 is where Ninjago really exploded in terms of just making a bunch of different versions of not just Kai but all of the different main characters. Starting off these 7 new Kai figures, first here is Tournament Kai. Extremely common, probably one of the most common versions of any of the Ninjago characters. He appeared first in the Jungle Trap set, plus 4 others right around the exact same time. And also he's referred to as Sleeveless Kai. He is just $1. Kai Rebooted shows up again, this time with some pearl gold armor. He came out in the Kai Foil Pack number 1, and And if you want to get this version of him brand new, he is roughly $5. Next here is a brand new print for Kai. He's referred to by collectors as Knee Pads Kai. This is Zukin Kai, and he appeared in the Anaconda Crusher as well as the Ninja DBX. This print was repeated on all the characters. I think that light brown print looked a little bit better, contrasted better with some of the other colors. I don't think the Kai version of this guy looks particularly good, and what really makes this guy unique compared to other iterations of this same print, well, to be fair, they're not the exact same print, but the style is very similar, is that the cowl this time around has a special print on the front. He is just $3, and moving down the line, we get yet another brand new print for Kai. And among collectors, this is referred to as Round Torso Emblem Kai, but most people know this as Deep Stone Armor. And the first iteration of him came out in Ronin Rex. Now, Kimono Kai had a mostly black body, but this is really where the color combination changes quite a lot, because the cowl has now changed to mostly black, and the detailing feels very, very different. This isn't my favorite version of any of the type of armor that we see on the characters, but it's definitely not my least favorite, and I think they did a pretty good job at detailing this guy all around. This Kai is just $2, and then here is another version of him with the black shoulder armor, and actually this is the much more common version of the Kai. He appeared in Attack of the Moro Dragon, City of Styx, as well as Temple of Airjitzu. With the extra armor piece there, he's just $250, and let's finish off 2015 with some of the more special versions of the Kai fig that came out for this year. This is Kai Airjitzu. He feels a bit reminiscent of NRG Kai, just with the kind of flame detailing, and he just looks more energy-like. But you know, the main difference is that the print is entirely unique on the front and back of him. It does actually look quite a bit different from the NRG Kai, and of course the body is black. Personally, I don't think this minifig actually looks that cool. I thought the art direction for NRG Kai flowed just a bit better than the way this guy looks, but that is just my personal opinion. He came out in the Airjitzu Kai Flyer set and sells for $350. 2015 finishes off with a lot of people's favorite versions of any of the characters. This is Kai Rebooted with Stone Armor. This particular version of him came out in the Minifigure gift set. I think this was like a Target exclusive, and most people just like the look of this stone armor on the character, and me being included in that. The reflective detailing is a little bit complex, but it also just looks a little bit more realistic than some of the kind of crazy straps that we see on the characters earlier and even later down the line. And I think a lot of people like that shoulder armor piece now comes in a gunmetal color, which I don't believe was released in any other version other than the stone armor figs. He is a $3 minifigure, and now let's check out all the guys that came out in 2016, quite a lot, and let's just jump right into these 6 new figures. This first one is just another Kai with knee pads. He appeared in the Kai foil pack too, and because he's usually most commonly sold with the entire foil pack, he sells for around $6, even though the other version of him with the special cowl is cheaper. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. Let's check out one of the new prints for the character. This is Kai Skybound. He's back to having a black body and red arms, similar to Kimono Kai, but this time he's kept his black and red cowl, and of course the detail printing is entirely different. I may have said this before in previous collection videos with Ninjago characters, but this is my least favorite type of or like style of printing that any of the characters go through. I don't know, just not a big fan of that tornado detailing. But anyways, this guy appeared in the Ninja Bike Chase set as well as Kai's Mini Dragon Polybag. He's $2, and then the same guy appeared with a golden scabbard on the back, and this Kai was in the Misfortunes Keep set as well as another. He's $250, and here is a fun Kai. This is Kai Rebooted with the ZX hood. He came out in a junior set actually. This is the Snake Showdown. I didn't hate this set entirely, but it almost feels like they produced this set because maybe they had some extra Kai pieces in the factory or something, and so they just made a fun little Ninjago set and released him with some slightly contrasting parts. Anyways, he's $3, and then there is Kai once again with the deep stone armor, and what makes him different this time, by the way, is just that his hairpiece is changed and he's not wearing a cowl. By the way, I haven't actually talked about his hairpiece. It is unique to the Kai figure, and even more unique is that it's actually a bit rubbery. Most are just hard plastic, like the standard Lego piece, but this one is actually a bit softer. I kind of like this piece a lot, but anyways, that doesn't really matter. This guy came out in the Jin Menace activity book, and he is $5, and here is the last Kai for 2016, and his print is entirely new. And by entirely new, it actually just looks like an updated version of what the original printing looked like back in 2011. He also has a brown scabbard on his back, and I do like the new coloration for the cowl piece with the dark red and the regular red. Also, his arms are dark red here, which I think looks really good. He appeared in the Ultra Stealth Raider set, sells sells for $4, and we're jumping up to 2017 where we just get the last 2 new Kai figs. I personally like the art direction for this most recent line. The dark colors just play off the characters a little bit better, and the detailing is both intricate and I think well balanced. This first Kai just came out in a very small set, the Vermilion Attack. His price is set at $3 right now, and then this Kai, he's different because he comes, with a cowl piece and an armor piece, but also his main big difference is that he's got an alternate expression. Alternate expressions appeared on some of the other characters a bit earlier, but Kai came a little bit late. He's got these awesome glowing eyes here, and then on the other side he's got sort of a very confident smirk. I don't know how else to describe it. He appeared in the Dragon Forge set and sells for $4, and oddly enough this doesn't really happen, but he is the latest guy to appear in the collection, and he's also my favorite version of the character. Here are all of the Kai minifigures one more time, and at the moment I can't really think of a new version of this character I'd like to get in LEGO, aside from of course the versions of Kai that we're going to be getting from the LEGO Ninjago movie not too long from now. If you guys have any ideas about another LEGO minifigure collection video you want to see us do in the future, please let me know in the comment section below, because we're always looking for new ideas and we really want to know what you guys actually want to see us do. All right, that's it for this episode, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Remember, if you enjoy our content, you can always like or subscribe, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.